pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Foca News Summary, bringing you 15 minutes of the top stories, sharp and straight to the point. I'm Priscilla George, anchoring today's presentation, and here's what's making headlines across Liberia and around the world. President Bouaka deta- President Bouaka dedicates Metro Family Health Clinic in Dupont Rural Community. President Bouaka nominates Justice Gbese as new Chief Justice of Liberia. Linsu condemns selective memorialization, demands inclusive national healing. NEMA lawmakers demand accountability from Asela Meta after community complaints. President Bouaga leads nation in signing Talbot condolence book. These and many more are all packaged. We'll take a short break. Coming up next is our news bulletin. Welcome back. President Joseph Bouaga has officially commissioned the Metro Family Health Clinic in Dupont Road Community, Painesville, marking a significant step towards strengthening local health care access. The modern health facility is expected to serve thousands of residents in Dupont Road and surrounding areas, addressing long-standing gaps in primary and community-level medical services. President Bouaga emphasized government's commitment to providing quality, affordable health care as a basic right for every Liberian, regardless of location or economic status. The initiative the initiative forms part of broader national efforts to expand healthcare infrastructure, improve service delivery, and reduce preventable illnesses across the country. Community members expressed gratitude for the move, adding that the clinic will be a vital addition that will ease overcrowding at existing health facilities and improve health outcomes for families in the area. President Joseph Bouaga has nominated Associate Justice Yami Gbese as Chief Justice, pending Senate confirmation. The nomination follows the retirement requirement for justices reaching 70, ensuring continuity and integrity within the nation's highest court as mandated by Liberia's 1986 constitution. President Bouaga President Bouaga praised Justice Gbese's distinguished service, describing him as a jurist with profound legal expertise, integrity, and unwavering commitment to upholding the Constitution and rule of law. The president urged the Liberian Senate to expeditiously review and confirm Gbese, emphasizing the importance of timely appointments to maintain stability within Liberia's judicial system. If confirmed, Justice Gbese's leadership will further strengthen judicial independence, reflecting President Bouaka's call for officials to serve with diligence, integrity, professionalism, and unwavering loyalty to Liberia. President Joseph Bouaka led Liberians in signing the Book of Condolence honoring slain President William Richard Talbot, killed during the April 1980 bloody military coup. The solemn ceremony was held Monday, June 30, 2025, at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion on Ashmont Street, Monrovia, drawing leaders and Talbot family members together. This event is part of President Bouaka's reconciliation efforts, fulfilling his January 27 promise to honor former presidents, Talbot and Doe with proper funeral rites. Government officials, legislators, Talbot relatives, and ordinary citizens joined to pay tribute, reflecting on Talbot's legacy and national cause for forgiveness and healing. A pictorial presentation captured the emotional moments, uniting Liberians in remembrance and symbolizing renewed national commitment to unity, peace, and reconciliation after decades of division. Representatives Yan Flomo and Nika Gay of Nima County held a strategic meeting with residents to address long-standing concerns about Acela Meta Liberia's mining operation promises. Community members complained about unfulfilled development funds and vocational training commitments, urging lawmakers to revisit the agreement and guarantee financial benefits to bring tangible improvements and better local living conditions. Representative Flomo criticized Acela Meta's billion-dollar operations, noting locals remain impoverished, lacking jobs, infrastructure, and opportunities, similar to hardships during the old Lamco mining era before the war. Representative Gay stressed unity among lawmakers and communities when engaging Acela Meta, referencing frustrations from a 2023 mountain ownership dispute that previously prompted national government intervention efforts. Both lawmakers pledged to advocate during negotiations, ensuring fair, transparent use of funds, and promised strong legislative follow up to secure community development and enforce company commitments. The Liberian National Students Union, LINSU, has strongly criticized that they call President Joseph Boaka's selective memorial initiative, describing it as a scam that betrays Liberia's progressive legacy and justice. LINSU argued rebellious glorify former leaders tied to oppression while ignoring countless martyrs, massacred civilians, and student activists who died fighting oligarchy, military dictatorship, and brutal civil conflict. The student group condemned silent progressive officials now in government, accusing them of betraying past radical ideas and failing to uphold genuine justice and national healing. Linsu demanded a People's Memorial Commission honoring all victims, operationalization of the war and economic crimes court, and a balanced national narrative reflecting all heroic sacrifices. They vowed they vowed continued resistance against historical falsification and called on President Bouaka to first stand where victims feel if truly committed to reconciliation and national unity. If you are just joining us, welcome to Foca News Summary. Here is a quick look at our headlines so far. President Bouaka dedicates Metro Family Health Clinic in Dupont Road community. President Bouaka nominates Justice Wese as new Chief Justice of Liberia. Linsu condemns selective memorialization, demands inclusive national healing. Nimba lawmakers demand accountability from Acela Meta after community complaints. President Bouaka leads nation in signing Tobot condolence. Stay tuned, we'll take a short break. Coming up next is the continuation of our news bulletin. Welcome back. An OKFM investigation has uncovered that Liberia's Minister of Labor, Councillor Cooper Kras, secretly issued unauthorized temporary work permits to 42 Chinese nationals. According to OKFM, the Chinese are said to be working for a mining subcontractor despite the permits not being captured in the official 2024 government registry, raising serious questions about transparency and legality. In an official report this year, the Ministry of Labor announced it had issued 10,117 work permits in 2024. However, leaked documents obtained by this OKFM revealed that on May 12th, the minister personally approved a waiver for a 6-month temporary work permit for employees of Bangley Pte Limited, a green mine company affiliated with China New, operating in Bon Mines, Fu Ama District. The University of Liberia has announced plans to offer masters and doctoral programs in gender and security studies. In a release issued Monday, the university disclosed that the programs aim to provide advanced academic and professional opportunities for individuals working or aspiring to work in gender and security related fields. According to the university, the programs will be officially launched on Thursday, July 3, and will be housed under the College of Gender Studies and Interdisciplinary Research. The release added that the program will foster research and dialogue around gender equality, human rights, and national and global security challenges. Meanwhile, as part of the launch activities, the university has scheduled an inaugural lecture which will serve as a platform to introduce the academic framework and highlight the importance of gender sensitive approaches in security studies, among other things. Liberian businessman and philanthropist Kwali Gege has emphasized the crucial importance of investing in children's education as a foundational step toward national development. Speaking over the weekend as guest speaker at the Nimle Brothers Preparatory School on Bourgeois Island, Gege called on parents and guardians to prioritize education over material things. According to him, children represent the future of every society and must be equipped through quality education to meaningfully contribute to national growth and transformation. He also cautioned against the growing trend of purchasing seasonal material items for children as gifts, which he argued often provide temporary satisfaction but do little to prepare young people for the realities of life. The Liberian entrepreneur urged Liberian parents to rethink their spending priorities and redirect their resources toward their children's academic future, describing education as the most valuable inheritance. Former President George Weah is facing backlash days after missing the joint reburial and burial of former President Samuel Doe and wife in Zweju, Grangeda County. Former President Weah had earlier informed the Doe's family of his alleged planned imminent im- imminent international travel, but was later seen celebrating with graduates at the City of Hope Academy. Photos shared Photos shared online showed the former Liberian leader and his wife sitting comfortably to each other, posing with graduates of the school, sparking intense criticism from citizens questioning his respect for state obligations. Earlier, former President Weah visited the Doe family to express condolences, assuring them he would travel. However, no signs indicated any international departure or the funeral date. President Bouacar, top officials, diplomats, religious leaders, and many citizens attended the state funeral, honoring those legacy. While former President Weah's absence dominated national discussion on social media. At least at least 23 staff members of the Ministry of Agriculture has departed the country for a 1-month technical training program in China. The move, which was organized by the China National Research Institute of Food and Fermentation Industries, is expected to sharpen the skills of county agriculture coordinators and district agriculture officers, exposing them to cutting edge techniques. They will be trained in agricultural product processing and preservation technology, rice processing and preservation, livestock and poultry product preservation, amongst others. MOA's Deputy Minister for Extension Services, Moses Guyan, described the training as timely and vital, noting that it will help address persistent post harvest losses and enhance value chains for farmers across the country. This initiative is part of Liberia, China Cooperation in Agriculture and supports the Liberians Feed Yourselves agenda by investing in knowledge, innovation, and practical solutions to drive food security and rural development. The Assets Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force has confirmed the discovery of more than 40 new suspected corruption cases across Liberia. The institution's latest disclosure followed days after the arrest of former Foreign Minister D. Maswa Kimia and several other former officials of the WIA administration, accused of allegedly misappropriating over 25,000 bags of 25 kg rice intended for vulnerable Liberians. For News Summary, I'm Priscilla George. Good afternoon.